The left has started propagating this narrative that when you and I use the word woke, we mean anti-Black, which is of course not true. We're not racist. We don't mean it with any racial undertones. We're simply identifying a radical leftist political position and calling it woke because it is of the neo-Marxist heritage. But the left has redefined the word Black, redefined the word white, not to mean skin color or race. They've redefined these words to mean a political ideology. So when you look at it through their lens, it's of course not reflective of reality because Black is the color of someone's skin, white is the color of one's skin. Shouldn't be part of your identity. It's an immutable characteristic, but that's the reality of what race is. But if you look at this if you just entertain the premise of what the left is saying, that whiteness and Blackness are a political ideology, and that if you are someone with a certain color skin, you are somehow obligated to adhere to a certain political ideology, meaning if you are Black, then you must be a Democrat or you are not being a real, authentic Black person, then their accusation that woke means anti-Black starts to make sense. Or they don't say woke means anti-Black. They say when conservatives use the word woke as a pejorative, they mean anti-Black. So in a weird, warped, twisted way, if you for a second put yourself in the shoes of the left, then what they're saying makes sense, but only if you understand the premise of what they're doing, this manipulative strategy where they redefine words. Redefining words is an age-old communist tactic. It's not the first time that we've seen this. It won't be the last, but the left is doing it now in our modern political environment in a way that they have not done before. And so I want to talk about, this is part 3 of that conversation that we've been having all week, because when the left, and this is what Dr. James Lindsay was talking about on Thursday, when the left uses the word woke, not when conservatives, like erase you using it as an insult, you looking at Disney and saying you're woke, you looking at Kamala Harris and saying you're woke. No, not that stuff. When the left uses the word woke and they use it in a positive way, what they mean is they mean critical consciousness. Now, what is critical consciousness? You can listen to the episode yesterday for a longer definition of critical consciousness from James Lindsay, but critical consciousness is a term that was invented by Marxist from Brazil named Paulo Freire, and it essentially means, are you looking at life through the lens of Marxism? It's a critical theory. So are you awakened to these glasses, these non-rose, these communist-colored glasses? If you look at the world through communist-colored glasses, then you have been awakened to the way that you are supposed to, the consciousness that allows you to perceive the world the way that the Marxists want to perceive you. So that's how the left defines woke. And like I said, it makes a lot more sense then when you use it as a pejorative, I use it as a pejorative, because we're identifying radical leftist ideology. The left says, well, what you mean is you mean anti-Black. So yes, if we are operating only by the rules of the radical leftist activists, then yes, Black as a political ideology, that's the same as Marxism, which you and I both know is an insult, a fundamental inherent insult to every person with Black skin who is an individual, distinct human being with a functioning mind who can make independent choices and political conclusions for him or herself. That's not how the left. That's not how the left views it, because looking at race through the lens of Marxism makes race a political cudgel. Race is nothing more than a political cudgel. It's this fundamentally Marxist idea of the oppressor and the oppressed. This came all the way back from Karl Marx himself. He applied it economically. The working man was oppressed by the ruling class, therefore the working man must overthrow the working class, and that revolution would then impose Marxism. It would abolish capitalism. The modern Marxists do this with culture, and they can't just do this in a vague way with culture. They have to have characteristics that are divisive or can be divisive, characteristics they can use, they can weaponize to divide a population. And since mankind is prone to sin, since racism is a sin, the cultural Marxists of today know that they can use race as that dividing point, that political cudgel to put one category of people through no fault of their own in a category and label them oppressed, and another category of people in another bucket and label them oppressors through no fault of their own. So as I said, looking at race through the eyes of the left, then race is not just skin color, it is a structure. Hi guys, it's Liz Wheeler. Don't forget to watch my show, The Liz Wheeler Show, every night at 7 p.m. on the First TV. You can download the free First TV app, or you can visit thefirsttv.com/Liz and start watching today.